What's up, guys? Next up, we got Tinker, and this is another great mid hero. Really annoying to play against. If in good hands, his ability to just recast all of his abilities, recast almost all of his items, because of his level 6, his ult, rearm ability. So if I press this, I can recast all of these, even my shard, and all of these as well. The only item that I can't recast again is Black King Bar. As you can see, Hex, Ethereal, Blink, Shiva, Dagon as well. That's after Dagon. You can cast all of these again. The only thing pretty much stopping you from doing all of that stuff is your mana. As long as you have mana to cast this or all of the spells or items that require mana, you're good to go. You can spam, you can destroy people, you can disable. All of that good stuff is available for Tinker. So he's kind of like Arc Varden in a sense. Uh, but then so much stronger than that, and then he's also like Invoker in a sense where you can spam so many spells, but it's like playing a piano really fast, and there's not a lot of room for mistakes. You do not have to play completely on top with this hero, but it is kind of a good advantage to know that. And if you pick this hero, for example, and go mid, people will like expect from you like those other mid heroes like Meepo or like Arc Warden. They want to expect you to know your stuff. So it's just one of those heroes. If you don't really play well, you may farm some reports easily. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, you'll just be expected to play really well, because why otherwise pick such a complicated hero? As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of stuff there, and it's not only that I'm gonna press these once, I'm gonna press them a billion times as long as my mana allows me to. So you gotta be really fast, you gotta be really trained to do all of that effectively, and yeah, that's just the type that this hero is. So to start him off, getting something like travel, you can get anything you want for boots really. You got the Keen Conveyance, which pretty much just, you get both of these on level 6. So this one just allows you on level 1, so level 6 you can teleport on buildings, just like Boots of Travel. It's a slightly bigger cooldown compared. This is 80 seconds, this is 40, so you know that's why Boots of Travel might be just a good thing to get early, so you can utilize both of these. But then again, the cooldown is immediately removed anyways if you can cast Rearm. Now this costs 250 mana to do, so you know, just having another tool where you can cast this, then you can immediately go back with this. You do not have to waste mana casting this or waiting at the fountain for the replenish, or you know, maybe you're on the map, you don't want to risk casting such expensive spell, or you're maybe out of mana because you cast this to get some. If this is on cooldown, you have to rearm it, and it can be a lot of mana early, right? So Boots of Travel as usual will always be great. Now this with level, at level 1 you can go buildings, so I can teleport on any tower, right? Uh, Level 2 you can teleport on any units, so that's when it becomes like Boots of Travel. And then on level 3 you can teleport on any hero, friendly. So on level 2 this becomes Boots of Travel. On level 3 it becomes Boots of Travel 2, like the upgraded Boots of Travel, however you want to call it. So pretty amazing spell, right? You get it for free, you get this. But yeah, that's the thing with boots. So just another way where you don't have to wait for the cooldown. You can use this to get in, use this to get out, or vice versa, however you want. You don't have to press rearm. If you're somewhere on the map, you don't wanna, or you can't waste mana doing this, right? So that's with the boots. Now another item that you do have to get is blink. Blink is pretty much so the first thing with blink is you can cast it almost indefinitely and just move around the map like that. So if I cast the blink, it's a cooldown. I rearm it, I can blink there, rearm it, it's already ready for another use. And so you can use blink like that. The only mana you have to play is 250, and in the beginning it can be a bit problematic with the mana still, but you'll quickly get there where it's not going to be such a big issue. But that's what blink does. That's like the first thing. The second thing is can't really see the map here. This is a completely different map. But like on the actual map where you play, you know, you got on each side, on 4 sides of the map, there's no tree lines on the side, right? So let's just say this is like a tree line on the map. It can be just, this is like a top on the left side from radiant side, right? So you can just move around the trees like that and not really be exposed to whatever it is on the other side, heroes, units, whatever. Some paths into the trees, right, are passable. You can go there, but let's say I can go here, or actually no, I can go here, but I cannot go there. So now with a blink, I can. I mean, I can't here, but on the actual map you can. So you can just kind of hide in those unpassable terrains wherever you want, and just spam, for example, rockets. This is a 2500 range. You can reach a lot, and you can just sit there. Rearm if you want for rockets, change the position with blinking, just kind of move alongside like the edge, always move around the tree line, and they can never really see you or catch you. Even if there's like anti-mage, has like a direct blink onto you, maybe he knows where you are, you can still do a bunch of stuff like laser that he misses 100% of the time, or you know, you'll probably have something else to do where it's like it's not that big of a deal even if somebody like that attacks you. There's also shield you can cast yourself, and just hitting him by laser. Let's say you kind of bait out his counter spell. Just by hitting him by laser, he's gonna get at least on level 1 it's 3 seconds, and rearm on level 1 is 325. As you can see, this is last level says 125, but on first level it's 325. So even if you have a level 2 of this, it's enough if you cast it and then immediately rearm. It's gonna keep missing you, and then you can rearm and blink away. So even against heroes like that, you can just continue moving along the tree line, and that's what the Tinker does best. You can reach them with rockets from there. You can spam Shiva. Shiva has also a really big hit range. You can see I don't have to be that close. He's still gonna get hit. So that's kind of how you play him early and throughout the game. You're never really in the open immediately. You kind of move along the trees, you spam the rockets, Shiva if you have it. But that's kind of the main way. As you get more comfortable with the hero, you can move in and also spam the laser. But then you're kind of in the open, and it also depends from your team. Can they kind of protect you? They have enough space? Or are you immediately going to get ganked and killed, disabled and whatnot, right? So according to that, it's how you go with this, and I think it's just a type of hero. You do not have to be in the middle of a fight. If there's a fight here, I really do not have to go there and cast my laser. I can if I want, but I'm just spamming rockets and reloading is gonna be completely fine. This hits 2 targets by default. You can get a third target here. It's not even that late, it's level 15. You'll be mid, you'll get to level 15 quickly, so this becomes 3 targets. You're just sitting in the back and spamming rockets is completely fine. They're going to be feeling that a lot, no matter what happens, right? So you do not have to be there spamming laser as well. It's going to do enough damage with this. But again, as long as you feel comfortable, go for the laser as well. This is just like the more safer way, but you're still effective, right? So that's with the blink. It's just completely removed cooldown. As I said, as long as you got mana for the rearm, you can just blink anywhere and move like that. Usually, like I said, along the tree lines, gank, kill, jump there back, escape. A lot of ways to move with Tinker, right? As you can see, this is free movement with blink. So after you get your travel, whatever you pick for boots, you got blink. Usually it's a good idea for something like Shiva. It's just a lot of benefits and stats, gives you mana, gives you armor if anybody does attack you. But just the blast that you can spam over and over and over again. Like, this is not free spells and no cooldown. It's just how fast I can spam Shiva's guard. It's just wave after wave after wave, and as you can see, it just goes and goes and goes. So extra armor, extra int for your mana pool that you need anyways. Nice blast wave, goes with this, goes with laser, goes with everything really, and that's the one spell that you can also use in the tree lines along with your hit-seeking missile. Kind of similar range. Well, this is still a lot bigger, but you know, you can be just slightly closer to the edge and still hit him with this. So another way, let's say you want to clear waves, you want to push, you can just push along the tree lines and then spam Shiva, and the Shiva will still hit the wave of mobs, enemy mobs. So you can push like that and never really be seen on the lane, right? You're always going to be hidden close to the trees. So that's why Shiva pretty much is just spam. It's clear waves. It's all the good stuff. Extra armor, slows attack speed if anybody attacks you. All of the good stuff, right? So a lot of benefits to this. I would always get this no matter what. So it's gonna be great. Now stuff like Blacking Bard, this is optional, of course. You do not need this because the hero is completely ranged. in a way, let's say like the same way you play Zeus or kind of Skyrat, you do not use your right click. You do not use this for the damage. You use all of these, and then you rearm, and then you use them all again, all over again. So you do not have to be close. Uh, Laser is not that big, but again, you do not need to be spamming laser all the time. There's blink, you can move around, immediately reset the cooldowns and everything. So Black King Bar, if you're having trouble, if you feel like you're getting ganked a lot, if they got blinks, if they got jumps, like, you know, stuff like Faceless Voice, like, feel like you're gonna get silenced quickly, maybe there's Mirana with Lip, you know, stuff like that, where you can easily get maybe burst, or silenced, or stunned, or hexed, or Slardar with Blink, you know, another example, stuff like that can quickly kill you. Still, you got the defense matrix, absorbs damage, gives you a lot of stat resist, 40% is so much, kinda like Spirit Breakers, Bulldozer abilities, you're like pretty tanky, and this can be cast on anybody. So I guess another benefit with this is you can stay close and give your allies defense matrix. That's one way for this as well. And this is the only item that if I press, it's not gonna replenish. So I cannot use infinite blacking bars, that's a downside. All of these I can use, you can see Hex, Shiva as well, Ethereal. All of these get reloaded even if I have like a Dagon. It also gets reloaded. So all of these work except the blacking bar. That's the only downside. But yeah, blacking bar for that. But again, hero is really useful at ranged and anyways, and there's gonna be trouble if you try to just try to gank Tinker like that. He'll always do something. I do not play him so much. I'm not such a crazy expert with this hero, but I know because I've played so many times against him. I know how he works. I know what he does. It's not easy, even if you jump on him immediately. It's not that easy to kill him, right? This is gonna help you a lot with that. So blacking bar for that. Now, the thing with the Hex and the Ethereal Blade is, I mean, it's another pure damage ability. They can just prep them, right? If you cast Ethereal and then like the rockets and the laser, it's 40% extra damage, and it does damage on itself on hit anyways, right? It can also be used to slow anybody. So, you know, if you try to get away, you can always hit him with Ethereal. He gets slowed a lot. He gets disarmed. It doesn't have to be used like a burst spell or like a setup for your other spells. It can just be used like that. Slow them down if they're chasing you. Slow them down again, or if they're escaping. If it's like a nasty right click, physical type of damage, you know, like Ursa, Festus, Void, Legion Commander, anybody like that. Stop them from attacking you or any allies. If you can't stop them, let's say they got Black King bars, you can still cast this on any ally and protect them in that way. So as a default item, it still works great nonetheless, but it's a great setup because yeah, you can just do this anyways, right? Around the free spells, you can see I can spam Ethereal Blades all day if I want, right? So that's Ethereal Blade, the default effects plus the synergy with all of these. Now the Hex is another really big one. Hex is huge. Hex is just let's say this scenario happens. You're playing any hero, it can be X or anybody farming in the jungle alone. You're not really close to your allies, or maybe you're pushing solo. Tinker suddenly ganks you. If Tinker ganks you, so this is what happens. You're never getting out of Hex if Tinker ganks you. The only way you get out of Hex is if I run out completely out of mana. So once I Hex, I can do anything. I can do laser rockets, you know, reload quickly, re-Hex. If I want to hit Ethereal as well, I can add it. I can add Shiva. This is the part where the Tinker kind of becomes, like I said, like Invoker. It becomes really, you gotta cast stuff fast, so you can disable them, burst them, re-disable, recast all the burst, and yeah, they're just gonna have to sit there. If you open up on them with Hex, unless they're like a specific hero, Tides, that can break out because of the passive Kraken Shell. But if I catch somebody like X, or you know, just heroes that cannot do anything unless they got Black in Baron. So if I catch anybody like X, and I keep doing this, I do not even have to hit him with spells. I can just keep him busy until anybody from the team arrives, and then helps me burst him down. I do not have to cast any spells even. I can just keep him checks forever, right? There's nothing I can do. So that's in a way what happens when Tinker finds you alone. that's your least problem being hexed. You're just gonna get bursted with all of the spells. They wanna hex you so you can't move and you can't cast this. Cast all the spells, cast all the items that they want before you get out of hex. Hex gives you a lot of times, 3.5 seconds. Fast players can cast everything they want, right? They're also trained. So you're gonna get hit by all of the spells, you're gonna get hexed again, hit with all of the spells again and items, hexed again until you're dead. And if there's nobody around you that can really do something about it, and you know, that's why I got Blink. So if anybody jumps in, I can hex them as well, or I can escape with Blacking Bar, I can slow them with Shiva, or I can stop them with Ethereal. There's just so many options where Tinker can just reply to any attack, to anything that happens to you, you can react to it. That's just how all of these items and how the hero works, right? So that's the thing with Hex. What else is left? There's Scepter. Scepter I kind of put in the backpack because Scepter I would usually make if there's like a big, beefy offlaner, something like Bristleback, something like Centaur Warrunner. It can be X, it can be Pudge. Pudge not really offlaner, like a Pudge is more better like a support, but you know, just the sheer amount of health and protection that they have. Scepter is I believe 10%. Let me just see. Yeah, so Scepter is maximum health reduction by 10%, and then current health also. So and it also stacks. So I can just rearm and keep casting laser, right? And the health reduction is gonna keep stacking, keep stacking. So yeah, if you want to get Bristleback against Centaur Warrunner, if there's Pudge, if there's even X, anybody like that that's really annoying with their health, with their passives, has like, you know, Vanguards, Hoods, Hearts, whatever it is, that just buffs their health. Hood buffs their magic protection, right? But you get the idea. Stuff like that, this becomes so much better then. If the offlaner, and also like Tides, right? Tide Hunter. If the offlaner is not such a big problem, you can still get this, but there's just better items. My inventory would look like, if there's no problematic offlaner, probably like this. But again, even if there's a big health guy, you can still deal with him this way nonetheless, right? So Scepter is Scepter, but it's nothing that crazy. You can play also this. Let's say another very high damage tool that you can reload, so you know, just keep casting until it dies. Do I have to cast a lot more? This is 800 damage per hit. If I reload 2 or 3 times, goes over 2.5k, it quickly racks up. So you can just imagine this on any normal hero, no? This is not offlaner, maybe like a mid or a carry. Mid being somebody doesn't really go much in stats. Maybe like a smaller spellcaster, maybe something like Zeus, something like Skyrat. They will just get destroyed by this, right? Quickly. So same item, like same effect. Cast the damage, reload, cast it again. That's the whole team of Tinker. Nothing really much else to add. There's also Shard. Shard is pretty interesting. You can just push him away. It's pretty much push him away, and then also 40% reduction in cast range and attack range. It's not only you can push him away for whatever reason, but it's not really that I see it used that much, right? It's like it's more of a meme-ish type of shot, but still useful. It is another useful tool that you can get. It's not that much money. Tinker doesn't have that much farming anyways. There's Laser. Laser does AoE damage anyways, so you can clear easy packs with Shiva or do neutral farm. So there's waves. There's ways to quickly get this. It's not something that you need to rush though. It's just like more like of a fun tool, right? So this will be kind of the main step. You can get Blink upgraded to whatever you want really. If you want to get what's it called? I keep forgetting the blue one. Arcane Blink. Yeah. So you can get Arcane Blink if you want. Arcane is just it just works with the whole team. You don't have to be this. It can be the red one. The red one you deal AoE damage immediately. If you reload, you do AoE damage again. You can pick whatever you want for Blink. Probably just not the green one. Green one is kind of useless. But if you want to go Arcane Blink, it's fine. If you want to go Overwhelming Blink, it's also fine. The X will give you extra health, extra sustainability in the fight. Does a nice AoE, slows everybody down, keeps slowing it down, keeps doing AoE damage. This does AoE damage as well, so you can use you can do whatever blink you want. It's gonna work great for you, right? So that's kind of the whole build, the whole philosophy thinker. There's nothing too crazy. It is just practicing how to cast all of these reload, recast them again, but then also keep your eye on the mana, keep your eye on the surroundings, because when you're learning heroes like this, your eyes kind of just kind of stay glued to your spells and items completely, so you don't really see your environment, and that kind of comes with practice, where you stop looking at the spells, you stop looking at the items, and you look a lot more on the map, and that's where you're gonna get the full potential out, right? When you stop looking at these and then start looking at the map and what's happening around you directly, so you kind of never die, and you're always there to disable and do stuff. So this is gonna be it for Tinker. With these and these, I just take a look at the talent tree. First one, I would just take mana cost reduction. There's a whole lot of stuff to spam. Spells take mana. This also costs mana. I would just take this anyways. Laser blind duration is also great, but this is this is 4.5 on level 4. 4.5 is plenty enough time for you to reload, for them to miss, even if you don't do anything else. 4.5 I think is completely fine, but it's completely up to you. There's nothing wrong in picking any of these. Second one, I would just take hit, because they're just like the main tool. You can stay somewhere where nobody can even see you. Just spam rockets, reload, spam rockets. It's 2 targets on a default, 3 targets with this. Also level 25 you get stun, mini stun on this. It can just be really, really annoying. The rockets just keep flying, just keep mini stunning, deal damage. And you can even see Tinker, right? So I would always take the left one. Third one is really interesting. Third one you can cast on yourself or any ally. That's the same effect. So if I cast, my rockets are 18 now, right? If I cast the defense matrix with this, 13 for 5. So 25% reduction on all of the spells. It just doesn't work on your ult. Doesn't work on your level 6 spell, right? So if I cast this on X, let's say I got Battle Hunger, it says 20 seconds on level 1. If I cast it, it's going to be 15 seconds. So it works on all spells, on all heroes, yourself, allies. It just doesn't work on ults. But yeah, this is what this one does. I think it's crazy. Reduction for everything. And I would just take this. King Kumi's channel time is also fine, but this kind of just beats everything, right? And the last one, yeah, just take the heat-seeking missile stun. If you took this, it's gonna be 3 rockets flying non-stop, because this is 1.25 to rearm. Just fire them, they travel fairly quickly. 350 damage, almost 2.5k range, and then also applies mini stun. So in the meantime, if there's anybody, maybe like Crystal Maiden, maybe like Witch Doctor, trying to channel somebody, maybe like Enigma. Enigma will usually have Black King Bar, but it's just like an example where if the first rocket doesn't hit them or anything, the second, the third, the fourth one will come. Some of those stuns will hit them anyways, and it's really annoying trying to fight effectively as any right-click hero when you're constantly getting mini stunned. It's like somebody is hitting you with Lucent Beams for Luna forever. That's how it feels like, especially if Tinker keeps close. So that's what I would take here, and that will be pretty much for Tinker. So just gotta remember to use the blink, get the blink early, move along the tree lines, just hide in the unpassable terrain where nobody can reach you. Get Shiva can spam through the trees, have enough range to hit the waves for any heroes, and just as usual, Shiva is great. And then these, whichever order you want to make them, but try to always get a hex. Like I said, if you catch somebody alone, you can keep them forever hexed, and just burst them with other spells, do whatever you want, right? They're gonna feel all of the damage. So that's how I play Tinker, and yeah, I don't think there's anything really else to add. I see other lanes here. So they're kind of saying you can get this for some extra cast range. You can get this into Octarine Core. Octarine Core reduces cooldown on all items and spells, but it's kind of unnecessary from Tinker because I'm reloading everything immediately. So I don't really benefit from getting this into Octarine Core because I just rearm everything and get reduction on everything anyways. This would just help with Octarine Core, would just help with Black Bar, I guess, because this is the one that I can't reload. But yeah, it's nothing that crazy. So that's gonna be Tinker, guys, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.